Hello everyone, I am Mrudula and today I am going to explain you about the cardiovascular system. So, cardiovascular system is the organ system that involves heart, blood vessels and blood which circulates through the entire human body. So, there are various functions of cardiovascular system such as delivering nutrients, then oxygen and hormones and other substances to the cells and other organs of the human body. Then it also plays an important role in helping body to meet the demands such as activity, exercise and stress. It also maintains the body temperature among the other things. Now we see about the structure of an human heart. So human heart is the muscular and the main organ of the cardiovascular system. The heart is the four-chambered organ which is shaped and sized about the closed fist. Then the heart is enclosed in a pericardial sac which is lined with the parietal layers of the serous membrane. Three layers of tissues forms the heart wall. The outer layer of the heart wall is known as the epicardium, the middle layer is known as the myocardium and the inner layer is known as the endocardium. Now we see the chambers of the heart. So the internal cavity of heart is divided into the four chambers, that is right atrium, right ventricle and the left ventricle. So the two atria are thin walled and that receives the blood from the veins, and the two ventricles are the thick walled chambers that forcefully pumps the blood out of the heart. The difference between the thickness of the walls of the chambers of heart is due to the amount of myocardium present. Then the right atrium receives the deoxygenated blood from the systemic veins, and the left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the pulmonary veins. After the chambers of heart, now we see about the valves of the heart. So pumps need the valves to keep the fluid flowing in a correct direction. That's why the heart has two types of valves that help to keep the blood flowing in one direction. The valves that present in between the atria and the ventricle is known as the atrioventricular valve, and the valve that present at the base of large vessels leaving the ventricles is known as the semilunar valve. The valve that is the atrioventricular valve that present in between the right atrium and the right ventricle is known as tricuspid valve, and the atrioventricular valve that present in between the left atrium and the left ventricle is known as the bicuspid or the mitral valve. Then the valve that present in between the ventricle and the pulmonary trunk is known as the pulmonary semilunar valve, and the valve which present in between the left ventricle and the aorta is known as the aortic semilunar valve. Now we see about the passage of blood through the heart. So blood flows the further sequence through the heart. First from the superior and inferior vena cava to the right atrium to the tricuspid valve to the right ventricle, and then right ventricle to the pulmonary semilunar valve. From pulmonary semilunar valve to the pulmonary trunk and arteries. From that to the pulmonary veins leaving the lungs. Then from pulmonary veins leaving the lungs to the left atrium to the bicuspid valve to the left ventricle to the aortic semilunar valve, and aortic semilunar valve to the aorta, and from aorta it is sent to our body. So the blood comes into the right atrium from the body. From right atrium it travels into the right ventricle and it pushes into the pulmonary arteries in the lungs. After picking up oxygen, the blood travels back to the heart through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium to the left ventricle and out of the body tissues through the aorta. Now lastly we say about the heartbeat. So each heartbeat is also known as the cardiac cycle. When the heart beats, the two atrium contracts together, then the two ventricles contract, and after that the whole heart relaxes. The systole is the contraction of the heart and diastole is the relaxation of the heart. Heart sound lub-dub are due to the closing of atrioventricular valve, which is followed by the closing of semilunar valves. Thank you.